Gaffer, thanks for joining us. A couple of weeks ago, we were stood talking gutted about a late goal, and now it's the opposite feeling with Ben Jackson equalising. Just talk us through that game for us.
Yeah, no, I thought the game played out. We thought the game was going to play out. They're a fantastic team. They moved the ball really, really well, and you expect that with the level of quality they've got. I thought our shape was good today. I thought our the way we set up and trained for this level of opposition, I thought the players were first class, Raj. I really did. We went into half time, which I felt the boys were very, very unfortunate. I didn't change my talk at half time, what I was going to say, because all it was just a lapse of concentration. That was the only thing what did us really for the goal. So we wanted to keep the same momentum going second half, but what we wanted to just do was, could we just pinch a little bit more yardage up the pitch, which I thought we did. And as the game rolled on, the half chances that fell our way, we created them by applying pressure on the ball, and then they came our way. What I was just a little bit probably disappointed was I thought we could have done more with the opportunities, the half opportunities that we created, but we had the momentum second half, and then I said to the boys they deserved the equaliser with the late goal, but it's their endeavour and their commitment to it that got us back in the game.
It seemed like with a couple of bodies back over the break, you were able to take the handbrake off a little bit more in this game and try and get forward with a little bit more, freedom.
Over the international break, with bodies came back. 24 hours yesterday, we lost 3 bodies. So yesterday we lost Lee Nichols. Yesterday we lost Ben Wiles. Yesterday we lost Danny Ward for illness. So yesterday we lost 3 bodies, and 2 out of those 3 were actually starting. So I've had to make changes in the last 24 hours, and this is what comes about. So as you can see on the bench, we was 2 bodies light. So that's the reason why. Cass could only play 60. We got him to 70. Great. And Dell was only meant to have 20 minutes, and we gave him probably nearly half an hour. So it shows the magnitude that where we're at, the injuries, that's mounting up on us, but also the unforeseen players, really. So hence the reason why it's an outstanding result for us. I said to the players, I'm really pleased for them, because in terms of the adversity, what we were faced with, certainly over the last 24 hours, to be adaptable and adjustable to that was exceptional today against real high level quality opposition. But it shows the good work we did in the international break.
I take it from that explanation, Delano being on a minutes restriction, even though he played more than what he was perhaps allowed to. That's the reason why he didn't come on to replace Keane when, unfortunately, he got injured and U2 was called on instead. Yeah,
even though when Keane come off, which really looks like a muscle injury. We'll see on Monday when we get the scan on him. But with the game just being early in the first half, Dell was never going to play, or never was going to play any more than 20 minutes. Reason being the length of time he's been off injured. So he had certain minutes to play. And I didn't really want to go over the medical advice that I was given. David Kasuma was always going to have 60 minutes, and he did more again for the medical advice. So the team was selected with players in mind to start the game, players in mind to come off the bench to go into the game. So that is the reason why Dell had the minutes what he had. So in terms of us from a coaching staff and a medical staff, we ticked the box today.
One player who you said jumped in fairly last minute, was Chris Maxwell. He didn't have an awful lot to do, which I think speaks to how well the defence played today. But the one save he had to make down to his left in the second half was outstanding, and shows what having some experience and having somebody of his ability on the bench does for you.
Yeah, and when Lee Nichols been playing, Maxie's been pushing Lee, and Maxie pushes him like he's going to start every game. And one thing Maxie's always said to me, that when called upon, he'll be ready, and certainly you saw that today, really. So credit to him. Obviously losing Lee yesterday, it is what it is. So we had to put young chappers on the bench, and then Maxie started the game. And credit to the boys in front of him, and the discipline work that we did off the board today limited them to a few real good opportunities. And when they did come, Maxie was there really to make those saves.
We had plenty of chances in the second half. It felt like an equaliser was coming, but in those final few moments, you were hoping that it wasn't going to be a missed opportunity for us, because it felt like the players from their effort deserved that. Ben Jackson, especially, I think he's been outstanding in the past couple of games. You must be really pleased for him.
Yeah, Jacko's been really, really good. I'm really pleased. It's ironic he done the press yesterday. We spoke yesterday about getting him in further advanced positions. But again, he showed today his worth for the team in terms of his discipline, his defensive duties, and he's been up against some real top level wide players. And he's done really well with them and come out on top. And for him to get the goal today is more than his game deserved. But not just today, his consistency where he's been at over the last few weeks. But overall, I'm just pleased with the team performance. To think where we was, like I said, a couple of months when we arrived to where we are now. There is dynamics to the certain players that's starting to come through. And those dynamics will come through even better when we get one or two more off the treatment table and we get the round pegs in round holes kind of thing, really, and get that more balance and fluidity to the team.
This result feels like a bit of a shot in the arm for us after, a disappointing result at Hull, especially going into this extended period over Christmas and New Year where there's so many games to play. That's a good start for us in this block of games, isn't it?
Yeah, but I again, Raj, I must reiterate again, when we look at the performance against Watford, the players got clapped off. You look at the performance again today, the players get clapped off. You look at the performance at Hull, we're 5 minutes from getting clapped off. So again, with that, even with the result at Hull, even though we lost 1-0, if you look at the performance and you break down the game and how we limited Hull to theirs away from home, again, it was I've come in and I said after the whole game, it was another good performance. So really for me and for the players, it's just us really just continuing to build, continuing to work hard and continue to try and put all those wrongs right, really, in terms of it. And today we concede the late goal at Hull. Today we score a goal, and that's the balance of football. The line between success and failure is so thin, and today it went our way.
The last thing I'll ask you then, because you mentioned being clapped off, is the atmosphere in here is built throughout the game, built throughout the day, and the way it sounded at the end, especially after the goal went in, was outstanding. That's what we want going forward, isn't it? Electric.
I've said it again, and I'll reiterate again to the Town fans. In the John Smith Stadium, you're the 12th man. You're that important for us. So when you come here, when you're in loud voice, you can see what an atmosphere it is. It's a fantastic arena. When you're in full voice, there's not many grounds you're going to go and want to play and display your football. The players love playing here. I love when there's games here. And again, it was another fantastic performance. And messages to you all is thank you very much. And we really do appreciate your support and that. And it's, again, your support what's driven us and got us over the line. So thank you very much. And we move on.
Gaffer, thanks for your time.
Cheers. Thank you.